All right, listen up, you beautiful disasters. Yeah, because that's exactly what you are. Chaos wrapped in potential, a storm with a heartbeat, a walking reminder that some people should have treated you better when they had the damn chance. And, I need you to breathe for a second, because what I'm about to say, it's gonna hit your chest the same way the truth just hit them, because it just smacked them in the face. You've been that one from day one, and you've been sitting here thinking life wasn't paying attention, thinking the universe was ignoring your grind, your scars, your late nights, your quiet wins. But nah, the universe saw everything. It was the people who were asleep. The same people who doubted you when you were still learning your own power. The same ones who called you too much, too loud, too risky, too unpredictable. Funny, huh? The very energy they tried to dim is the exact energy they wish they had right now. You know what's hilarious? They used to look at you like you were some background character, some extra, some disposable placeholder, while they figured life out. Meanwhile, you were sitting on a throne you ain't even claim yet. You were walking with a story they couldn't comprehend, because from the very beginning, you weren't built like them. You were wired differently, different frequency, different spirit, different lungs. You breathe pressure like it's oxygen. And now that truth just cracked their skull open, because they finally realized you weren't lucky. You were inevitable. You ever notice how people get real quiet when the person they underestimated starts moving with unapologetic momentum? Like suddenly, everyone becomes an analyst, a detective, a philosopher. They start studying your every step, your tone, your attitude, your silence, like they're trying to decode something cosmic. Because deep down, they know they missed their chance to stand next to something real. See, you walked through things that would fold most people in half. You took hits that were designed to break you, but somehow, some damn how, you turned every hit into fuel. You took every loss and stitched it into your character. And you did it without clapping for yourself, without screaming for validation, without showing off. That's what scares them the most. You healed in private, you leveled up in silence, and now your presence is loud without you even trying. And here comes the wild part. They're staring at you like you changed overnight, when really, you just stopped shrinking. You stopped making yourself small so other people could feel tall. You stopped apologizing for being as big as you are. You stopped explaining your worth to people who didn't deserve the explanation in the first place. And now you're walking with that "I'm not here to fit in, I'm here to shake shit up" energy. You know what's even more messed up? The same folks who treated you like an insignificant footnote are now acting like you were the whole book. Because deep in their chest, it finally hit. They didn't lose someone ordinary. They lost a rare breed, someone with backbone, someone with vision, someone who didn't need them, but cared anyway. Someone who, wasn't afraid to stand alone if standing alone meant standing in truth. And the craziest part? They can't even be mad at you, because you didn't betray them. You didn't lie. You didn't switch up. All you did was grow. All you did was evolve. All you did was become the version of yourself that was buried underneath all the noise. And when you finally stepped into that version, that's when it hit them. That's when the smack landed. Because real power isn't loud. Real power doesn't brag. Real power doesn't announce itself. Real power just walks in. And the room adjusts. And now look at you, moving like you know something they don't. talking like you've seen behind the curtain, walking like you got nothing left to fear. And honestly, you don't. You've already survived things you never talked about. You've already climbed out of holes nobody knew you were trapped in. You've already held yourself together on nights when breaking apart would have been easier. You didn't just survive. You rebuilt yourself molecule by molecule. Tell me, how does it feel to realize you're the person your younger self was praying you'd become? Because that's the punchline right there. People didn't recognize your value because they weren't built to understand it. They didn't see your potential because they were blinded by their own limits. They didn't appreciate your loyalty, your heart, your intensity, your mind, because they thought they had unlimited access to you. Until one day, they didn't. And the silence that follows that realization, it's deafening. They start replaying every moment, every conversation, every time they brushed you off, every time they thought you were doing too much, every time they laughed at your dreams. And now they're wondering how they could have been so damn blind. You were that one from the beginning, not because of ego, not because of arrogance, but because you carry something people can't fake. Depth, resilience, gravity, presence. You carry a truth that exposes lies. You carry a spirit that unsettles the insecure. You carry an intensity that makes mediocre people uncomfortable. And that's why they didn't choose you earlier. Not because you weren't enough, but because you were more than they were ready for. You're the type of person people only understand in hindsight, only appreciate once distance gives them clarity, only value once their own reflection starts looking a little, average in comparison. You know what that means? It means you're not late, you're not behind, you're not losing, you're aligning, you're becoming. You're stepping into a version of yourself that was always there, waiting, sharpening, preparing. And now that you've arrived, oh, they feel it. Every word, every move, every breath. You've become the reminder of everything they could have been, but chose not to be. You've become the mirror they can't run from. And honestly, that's the most powerful thing about you. You're authentic in a world that rewards masks. You're solid in a world full of hollow people. You're driven in a world that loves shortcuts. You're deep in a world addicted to shallow. And every single part of you that made them uncomfortable. Keep walking with that unbothered, collected, I know exactly who I am spirit. Keep moving like pressure is your playground. Keep talking like you got chapters nobody has read yet. Keep showing up like you're impossible to duplicate, because you've been that one from day one. And, here's the part that hits the deepest, the part people don't like to admit out loud. The moment they realized you'd become someone they can't just get over, that's when the panic set in. That's when the silence got heavy. That's when the guilt started chewing on their ribs. Because once somebody finally sees your worth in HD clarity, it's almost painful. It's like waking up and realizing you walked past gold, pretending it was gravel. That sting doesn't go away, and you're out here moving with this calm, this quiet fire, this grown-up type of strength that doesn't need to perform. This, I've been through hell and learned how to build furniture there, type of strength. It's written all over you. It's in the way you sit, the way you walk, the way you talk with that subtle confidence. Like you're carrying stories the rest of the world would crumble under. People feel that before you even speak. That's the crazy part. You walk into a room and the air shifts because you're not chasing anything anymore. You're choosing. You're evaluating. You're observing with that little smirk, that I've seen this pattern before. Tone, that vibe that you can't buy, can't fake, can't copy. And that's the part that scares them. The realization that you became the exact person they prayed you wouldn't turn into. Because that version of you makes their old version look embarrassing. They're replaying moments in their head like a messed up film reel. Times they dismissed you, times they brushed off your loyalty, times they talked over you instead of listening, times they treated you like you'd always be there. And it's wild, because you weren't even trying to make a statement. You were just healing. You were just growing. You were just figuring yourself out in real time. And your growth, accidentally, became their biggest lesson. You ever notice how people suddenly act confused when the person they underestimated starts moving with a different cadence? They look at you like, when did you get this strong? When did you get this confident? When did you stop needing us? And the truth is, you didn't get this way recently. You were always this. They were just too comfortable, too distracted, too wrapped up in their own noise to see you clearly. And it hits them in waves. That's the wildest part. First wave, the disbelief. Second wave, the regret. Third wave, the realization that there is no fourth wave, because you're not circling back. You're not begging for closure. You're not chasing validation. You're not sitting in the corner waiting for someone to clap for you. You're building your own damn stage. You're writing your own script. You're becoming the main character without asking anyone for permission. That's the part that keeps them up at night. The fact you didn't fall apart when they expected you to. You didn't crumble under pressure. You didn't turn bitter. You turned focused. You turned intentional. You turned into someone who makes people rethink how they treated you. And the way you carry that quiet intensity, it's lethal, not in a destructive way, but in a, I finally realized what I bring to the table and I'm not shrinking to make anyone comfortable type of way. You speak differently because you think differently. You think differently because you've lived differently. You've survived situations most people don't even have the emotional stamina to talk about. And that's why you feel heavier, deeper, more grounded than the average person. You've lived 10 lifetimes emotionally. You've done the inner work. You sat with your own darkness, acknowledged your wounds, cleaned your own cuts, stitched up your own spirit. And every scar, it's part of your wisdom now. You carry it in your voice, in your posture, in your presence. People can sense that you're not naive anymore, not clueless, not waiting for someone to save you. You've outgrown the version of you they mistreated. You're moving different because you are different. You're moving like someone who finally understands their value. And that shift is loud, even in silence. And here's the thing that twists the knife in them. They don't get to experience this version of you. They don't get to see backstage anymore. They don't get access to your unfiltered heart. They don't get the softness you used to give out like candy. Because once you learn who you are, once you understand what you're worth, once you stop chasing people who couldn't even hold your energy, you don't go back. Your spirit doesn't unlearn the lessons that cost you peace. Your heart doesn't forget the weight of the disappointments it carried. Your mind doesn't forget the nights it had to rebuild you quietly while the world slept. And that's why your presence feels like a wake-up call now. You move with purpose. You talk with clarity. You choose with intention. You walk with a kind of self-respect that can't be shaken. And every time they see you, whether it's online, in person, or even in a memory, they feel that smack all over again. That realization that you weren't just somebody. You weren't just a moment. You weren't just a chapter, you were the whole arc, and they didn't know how to read you until the book was already closed. And what really gets under their skin is how effortlessly you're carrying yourself these days. It's like you woke up one morning and your energy just sharpened. Not in a loud, look at me way, but in that quiet, dangerous, unmistakable way where people can literally feel you before you say a single word. That's the part they never expected, to watch you evolve into the version of yourself they weren't mature enough to appreciate. You can see it in their eyes, too. That hesitation, that little flicker of, damn, what did I do? Even when they try to act unbothered, it leaks through. Humans aren't good at hiding regret. It comes out in the way they stall when they see you, the way they over-explain out of nowhere, the way their voice cracks just a little when they say your name. It's funny how people who once dismissed you suddenly talk different, move different, look at you different. That shift, that's the smack landing again and again, because, you weren't the temporary vibe they convinced themselves you were. You weren't a detour or a filler episode. You were the turning point. You were the moment the whole story could have changed direction if they had just paid attention. And it eats at them because they didn't lose someone replaceable. They lost someone irreplaceable. Someone who doesn't come around twice. Someone who carried depth where others carried facades. And yeah, you feel that difference in yourself, too. The way you walk with more intention, the way you talk with more weight, the way you carry yourself like you finally understand the power you kept trying to give away. You're not moving with insecurity anymore. You're moving with awareness. You're not moving with desperation. You're moving with choice. You're not moving with fear of being misunderstood. You're moving with the clarity that not everyone deserves the real you. And this part right here, it hits different because it's the truth most people try to avoid. You didn't glow up. You grew up. You didn't become intimidating. You became unavailable to nonsense. You didn't get colder. You got clearer on who drains you and who builds you. Every step you're taking right now is intentional. Every boundary you're setting is earned. Every silence you choose is strategic. You're not ghosting people. You're just detaching from anything that doesn't match your spirit anymore. And that glow you have, that's not aesthetic. That's spiritual. It's earned from years of carrying weight nobody saw, from healing wounds nobody apologized for, from rebuilding a life you didn't think you'd escape from. People want to talk about resilience like it's cute, but they don't understand the nights you had to hold yourself together when you barely had the strength to breathe through your own thoughts. That's why your energy feels different. It's layered, it's seasoned, it's weathered, it's real. And the truth is, people can sense when you've outgrown the version of yourself they mistreated. They can feel the distance even when you're standing right in front of them. They can feel that you don't need their validation, their presence, or their half-hearted attention anymore. They can feel that you've stepped into your own lane, your own rhythm, your own damn universe. They know you're not reachable in the same way. Not emotionally, not mentally, not spiritually. You're not a comfort zone anymore. You're a reminder of what they mishandled, a reminder of what they underestimated, a reminder of what they ignored until it became too bright to deny. And that's what stings. They don't get to claim this version of you. They don't get to stand beside the person you fought like hell to become. They don't get access to the healed you, the confident you, the self-aware you. They don't get the mature love, the deeper conversations, the the sharper intuition, the evolved mindset. Because you walked through the fire and didn't come out asking for applause. You came out with standards, and every time they see you, whether up close or from a distance that keeps growing, they feel that same smack all over again, that same realization echoing in their chest that you were never ordinary, you were never temporary, you were never small. You were that one from the very beginning, and they're only just waking up to it while you're already 10 steps ahead, moving like someone who finally understands the value of their own presence, their own voice, their own damn destiny. And what really hits different is how you're not even trying to prove anything anymore. That's the part that messes with them the most. You're not out here flexing, you're not begging for anyone to circle back, you're not posting subliminals, you're not performing for attention, you're just existing. And your existence alone is loud as hell. Loud in the kind of way that shakes people's confidence. Loud in the kind of way that makes them question choices they swore made sense at the time. You ever notice how your silence used to feel like emptiness, but now it feels like dominance? That's growth. That's evolution. That's emotional maturity leveling up in real time. Because, when you finally understand yourself, your worth, your standards, your boundaries, you don't need to raise your voice. Your energy speaks louder than any explanation you could ever give. And that's what's messing with them. Your energy isn't chasing, it's choosing. Your presence isn't pleading, it's powerful. Your absence isn't petty, it's protective. They can feel that your vibe changed in ways they weren't prepared for. You're not reacting like the old you, the version they could emotionally scramble. You're not folding under pressure. You're not explaining your intentions to people committed to misunderstanding you. You're not overextending yourself to prove loyalty to folks who never reciprocated it. You're simply moving like someone who finally got tired of shrinking for people who couldn't handle your full height. And that shift hits them at random moments. In the shower, on the drive home. In the silence they can't escape. They'll scroll and see something that reminds them of you, or hear a phrase you used to say, or bump into someone who brings up your name. And that's when it lands all over again. That heavy realization that you were the real deal when they treated you like a maybe. And you know what's wild? They start doing that thing. That weird little dance where they pretend they're unbothered while secretly analyzing you, like they're trying to crack some code. They watch your confidence like it's a threat. They watch your growth like it's a warning. They watch your stability like it's some cosmic joke being played on them. Because you weren't supposed to get stronger after they walked away. They expected you to crumble, to lose momentum, to fall apart quietly. But you didn't. You glowed differently. You moved smarter. You healed harder. You rose higher. And that's the part that keeps knocking the wind out of them. You didn't just survive, they survived you. They survived the moment they finally realized who you truly were. They survived the guilt, the regret, the damn, I really misjudged this person moment. They survived watching you grow into everything they didn't think you'd become. And the thing they can't say out loud, you changed their whole perspective. You became the standard they measure new people against. You became the voice echoing in the back of their mind when someone else can't match your loyalty, your depth, your authenticity. You became the blueprint without even trying to be. Because, when someone like you walks away, someone who gave real energy, real effort, real depth, it doesn't leave quietly. It leaves an imprint, It leaves a memory. It leaves a gap. And the worst part for them, nothing filled that gap the same way. Nothing hit like your presence. Nothing felt like your authenticity. Nothing matched your intensity.